pull out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait, set. Run 80. Run 80. Hey, ball 66.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up into 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 23 yards on the play. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, G.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another time. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This is Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
In your face.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson buying time, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 10-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchdown.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You could see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step in.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. On 1st down, Jones. His throw incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And now it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
On 2nd down and 4, Jackson steps away to his left. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Watch the pass. Hey, check right. 55, my God, 55.
To throw is Jackson. Forced out to his left. They find some open field here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that...
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They go play action with Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Seth Roberts. 35 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Ingram. He finds an opening past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Ingram. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson dancing to his left. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson now. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner. With good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Jackson, flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram there to make the grab as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
That one caught by Ellison. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he finds Shepard. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Rosas good with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Now it's Ingram. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On second down, Ingram. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. He may try and run for this. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 54 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And this is Shepard on the catch. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They're able to keep the drive alive 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Jones now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. They run with Barkley on 1st down, and he gets about 5 out of it. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 38, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 35. On 1st and 10, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jones now to throw again. Buying time to his left. Incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after them.
Tate bringing it in for the Giant touchdown. Golden Tate, 35 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
He uncorks it for Snead. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Jones. Going to throw again. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. Ingram's got the 1st down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down,
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Now Jones. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw. Jones looking for Shepard deep. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff to Ingram. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Ingram, he's been busy today. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson being chased out. And I think the ball's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. One man in the backfield, that's Ingram on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
50 seconds to Mike. 3 buzz.
Jones throwing on first down. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jones now operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Ready? Here's Jones. Throwing on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. And that Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants!
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from MetLife Stadium.